Mr. Balbir Punj, former Member of Parliament from Delhi. Your next 4-5 minutes, please.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes.
Mr. Shah, I must congratulate you that because you are a born optimist. The introduction you wrote to the book, it said that you have been chasing India-Pakistan peace since 1991. And the title of the book itself says, In Pursuit of Peace and Improving Indo-Pak Relations. Now, I don't know whether you have moved 5 inches, 3 inches, 1 mile from where you started in 1991. And I will like to go a little further. You know, we got independence in 1947. Pakistan was born in 1947. Now almost 73, 74 years have passed. We had different governments in India, different shades, right from Nehru, Congress, to VP Singh, I.K. Gujral, and then Atal Bihari Vajpayee, and finally now Narendra Modi. So we had governments of all shades in India. Similarly, we had governments of all hues in Pakistan. You had dictators. You had the founder of Pakistan, Jinnah, presiding over the government for the first year or so. Unfortunately, he died early. And then you had military dictatorship like Musharraf, Ayub. Then you had Democrats like Mr. Bhutto, Nawaz Sharif. But the fact remains, India and Pakistan relations was always hostile. There was hostility in 1947. There is a hostility even today. Some of the speakers try to make out as if the polarization has taken place post Narendra Modi. Damn it, the first war between India and Pakistan took place when Nehru was the Prime Minister. At that time, we had a war in Kashmir. In 1971, it was Indira Gandhi, Mrs. Gandhi of Congress, who was the Prime Minister. 65, it was Lal Bahadur Shastri. And then Kargil happened when Vajpayee was the Prime Minister. So it has nothing to do with individuals. There is something fundamentally wrong. I have gone through most of the articles published in the book, and particularly the ones written by Pakistanis. They all are harping on Kashmir. Now, let me tell you, as one of my friends writing Tathagat Roy in this book very rightly said, Kashmir is the most prominent symptom of the disease. It is not the disease. It is not the disease. It is a symptom of the disease. And you have to do an honest introspection why India-Pakistan relationships have been under boil right from 1947, irrespective of the color of the government on either side. Some people spoke about secularism and democracy in India and India being a Hindu state. India can never be a Hindu state. Pakistan is an Islamic state. And you are talking about the genocide of Muslims in India? I'm sorry to use this word. It's absolutely rubbish. At the time of partition, Muslims constituted 9 to 10% of the India's population. Today, they constitute almost 15 to 16%. They have more than 3 or 4 times than what they were in 47. And you are talking about a genocide. And what happened to the Hindus and Buddhists and Sikhs in Pakistan and Bangladesh? In Pakistan, the share of Sikhs and Hindus in Pakistan at the time of partition was 16%. They are less than 2% today. There are virtually no Sikhs and no Buddhists. In Bangladesh, they were 30% Buddhists and Hindus. Now they are down to less than 8%. So please don't talk about genocide. And if you are so much concerned about the Muslims of India, please pay some attention to the Muslims of Saikiang in China. What is happening to the Muslims in China? The fact is, the very philosophy of Pakistan. After all, we are one people. We come from the same race. We have the same genetic stock. Our language is common. We like the same food, same music. What separates us? And why did you go a separate way? Why did you choose to vivisect your own motherland? For the simple reason you felt that you could not live with Kafirs. And particularly after you had this illusion that you had ruled the Kafirs for 800 years, and in an independent India, after the British are gone, how will you live with them as equals? And therefore, you choose to divide the country, and we wish you well. Please stay. But somewhere you have a feeling, you go to the Pakistan government website, it traces its origin to the attack by Muhammad bin Qasim in 712. They say the first brick for the foundation of Pakistan was put when Muhammad bin Qasim subdued and ran over Sindh. And if you are going to link yourself with all these people who have come as invaders, destroyed the local culture, demolished the temples, forcibly converted them, then where is the scope for friendship? You may talk anything. I heard Kasturi Sahab say genocide. कहाँ का genocide है? Population तो आप देखिए जरा, और Hindus और Sikhs के साथ और Buddhists के साथ क्या हो रहा है? And I think if we want to improve India and Pakistan relations, we need to do three things. Number one, cleanse this idea of kafir and kufr. Number two, stop telling lies. Or number three, in fact, Sudhindra Kulkarni, I don't have the time to read. He has replied this question very well in his article, Sudhindra Kulkarni. I'll just read out. Even though the demand for a plebiscite in Jammu and Kashmir as mandated by the relevant UN resolution is often voiced by Pakistani leaders, they know its impracticability all too well. Since 1947, when Kashmir dispute originated with India and Pakistan, gaining independence from British rule, a lot of water has flown under the bridges in all the subcontinent regions of the erstwhile princely state Jammu, the two sides of Kashmir, Gilgit, Baltistan, and Ladakh. One part of Ladakh has actually been under the control of China, and so is Shaktgam Valley. There has also been a significant demographic change of irreversible nature in Gilgit, Baltistan, and Pakistani side of Kashmir, Azad Kashmir, what they call. Moreover, the conditions specified by the UN for conducting a plebiscite can no longer be fulfilled by either Pakistan or India. So, how do you talk about Kashmir? As very rightly said, and I went through another article, I just take 1 more minute, by Mr. Bist, the former ambassador to Pakistan ambassador to India. He has put 5 conditions. And 5 conditions, I really don't know what to say. The 5 conditions, were India and Pakistan relations peaceful when these things were not there? They are very recent developments. Restore 370, restore 35A. अरे जब 370 था 35 है तब इंडिया और पाकिस्तान में क्या शांति थी या कश्मीर में शांति थी? What are you talking? Peace has nothing to do with it. Peace has only one thing to do with it. You accept the way we are. We are a Hindu dominant country, but we are a secular country. And you are an Islamic nation. We don't grudge that. We accept you as you are. You accept us as we are. Then you talk to us, and then there is a possibility of peace. We all want peace. We all want, as I said earlier, people on both sides of the border. They are from a common genetic stock. They speak the same language. They aspire for peace. Their aspirations are same. So have mercy on them, people on the both sides. Be realistic, and that's all. Thank you very much.